guys, it's me, Nahla, and today we are going to be reorganizing everything you see behind me. So all of my books, vinyls, and then all the Lego sets that are like sitting on my bookshelves, we are going to be taking them out, logging them, reorganizing them, cleaning everything. Like, this is going to be a pretty big task. I got an iPad yesterday and I feel fancy holding it, so I'm going to hold it while I tell you guys the plan for today. 1, I'm going to take everything completely off the shelves and then clean the shelves. Maybe I won't actually clean them, but maybe I will. Who knows? 2, I'm going to go through the books, decide which ones I'm going to be keeping and which ones I'm going to be donating. Because honestly, if I had to guess, 450 books. I either do not like all of them or have not read them yet and do not plan to ever read them. So I should probably get rid of some of them or donate them, And then after I do that, I'm going to be logging all the books I'm keeping on this fancy app I found online. It sorts it and it keeps track of everything for you, and I want to try that out. And then we're going to be putting everything back on there. It's going to be organized. We're going to make it make sense this time instead of what it's at right now. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you guys what each shelf currently has on it and the theme I was trying to go for. On my top 2 shelves, I have all of my Rick Riordan books along with my Keeper of the Lost Cities, Jennifer Lynn Barnes books, and Jenny Han books. So basically all my faves. And then underneath that, I just have more series, duologies, and trilogies. And then finally on this bottom shelf, along with some Legos in my purse, I just have a ton of random books because I ran out of space on my other shelf. Up top, I have some baby books and my Bibles. Underneath that, I have a couple shelves of just standalone books along with all of my Diary of a Wimpy Kid books and Spy School books. And then finally, I just have my vinyls, my record player, and a Lego set. I almost forgot, but on the very tippy top of my room, I have all of my TBR books. Now that I've kind of shown you guys what we're working with, it's time to begin. Dinner and my shelves are completely clear besides that little house, obviously. Originally my plan was going to be to log everything and then go off of the little drawing I made for the stuff, but I think I'm going to do it backwards actually. I'm going to put all the books in, organize everything, and then if I have time tonight, I will log everything tonight. Otherwise, I will log everything tomorrow after practice. But before I put everything up, I still need to go through my books, or maybe I'll do this while I'm putting it up. I'm not completely sure, and decide which books I'm going to get rid of and which ones I'm going to keep. I don't plan on getting rid of a ton of stuff, but before we can do all that, I need to clean these shelves. Ooh, it's giving golden hour. Holy cow. Okay, so I know it would make more sense for me to clean all the shelves first and then put all the books on, and then either later tonight or tomorrow morning scan the books, log them in, and count them all. But here's the thing, access any of my shelves over here because of how many books are on the ground. If you look down, this is what my room looks like right now. I can't access that side of my room without falling over, which I did a couple of times already. So I feel like I'm really gonna have to just do this side and then take all the books, move them, do that side, move everything, and then finally do the top shelf. Because getting books down from there was so hard, there's no way I'm gonna be able to put them up there. So I guess it's time to start putting the books back onto the shelf. Okay, so based off of my really concise drawing, if you guys can't tell, I think I decided baby books were gonna go over there. We're gonna go over there, but here's the thing. I think I changed my mind. I don't know what's gonna go over there yet though, so I'm just gonna start on these 2 shelves, which I have more access over there, so I'm gonna put the books I would read for more over there. Over here, I'll put my singles, I'll put the baby books over here, and then whatever the words on the bottom of the screen are, I know I wrote them. I don't know what I was writing though. Alright, now that I kind of have some sort of a plan, it's time to start putting the books back. I think I'm just gonna have the singles, the series, the baby books, but I think I'm gonna have one shelf for series that are series and then I've started or I'm going to start, but I don't have all the books for it yet, so they don't get like mingled in. And then when I eventually get the books, I can move them into the real series spot. So there will probably be one shelf that's just full of like the first in series or the seconds or the thirds, so that eventually it can all get filled out. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, this makes sense. Not having a TBR is kind of crazy though. But then I can make them into rainbow. My mother is in the room, so I'm going to explain all the bookshelves to you and her. Okay, so that top one is going to be my baby books, and then my Taylor Swift books, because I do want to keep those in my room. And then right there, those are Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Spy Schools, and Raw Dolls. I purposely kept a little bit of space because more Spy Schools are coming out, and also this is another series, and this is another series, so I want to get more books from those series. I want to get the entire series, and this one has like 8 books in it. This one only has 4 though, technically. I've read them both. This is hardcovers I've read or haven't read. I decided to just do it by like, I don't have a TBR shelf because, I don't know, I just decided not to. But these are all my hardcovers. I try to put them in rainbow. These are all my single hardcovers.
Not part of a series.
Yes. These are all of my...
Standalone, we call them.
Yeah, these are all my standalone. Almost all of them, I think. There might be a couple left.
Paperbacks?
Yes. Here are my classics. I just don't know where to put these yet. These are like the books I read for school. This is almost done. These are 2 of my favorite authors. My Keeper of the Lost Cities books used to go with my Percy Jackson, but with spacing, it just makes more sense for them to just have their own shelf. So we have all of my Percy Jackson books, and then all of my Jennifer Lynn Barnes books, except a couple are still down here. The top is going to be, I just haven't moved it yet. It's going to be my Keeper of the Lost Cities, my tall book. These are longer series. These are longer series. These are books that are either shorter series, like duologies, or the first book in a series, so that I know to get the other books in the series. And scattered around my room, we have my Legos and my little like trinkets that go on the shelves.
I honestly thought it would look worse in here right now. So, congrats.
I mean, I've been doing this for like 5.5 hours. Hey, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but real quick, I bedazzled my record player. Woo, it looks really good on camera.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, because this reminded me of the briefcase Taylor Swift holds in Me, the music video with Brendan Urie, and so I bedazzled it because it reminded me of Taylor Swift. Since we were just talking about it, I am going to show you guys a book I bedazzled real quick. It is Allie Carter's Not If I Save You First. I've actually never read this book, but on the back cover it was talking about a bedazzled machete, and these were all the colors I already had left over from my Taylor Swift bodysuit, so I was like, you know what? This is perfect. Let's just bedazzle this. And it's so cute. It's really shiny. And I can still like take the hardcover off and read it. It's just a little tough. It's cute though. I keep it on display in my room. I haven't shown you guys this yet, but last night I ended up finishing reorganizing both entire bookshelves and the top shelf. So now all that I have left is to count all the books to see how many I have and to log them all into my library tracker. But before we do that, I want to show you guys how I've reorganized things. On the top shelf, I did end up putting my baby books, and since there were so many, I just kept them tilted sideways. And then under that, I have all of my Stuart Gibbs books, along with my Diary of a Wimpy Kid books and my classics. And underneath that, I have all my single hardcover books. And then on the very bottom 2 shelves, I have all my single paperback books, along with some Legos, my record player, and decoration. And then on the very top, on the other side of my bookshelf, I have my Keeper of the Lost Cities books, along with some other shorter series. And underneath those books, I have a couple of my longer series, but still not super long. And below that, I have the first or second books in a series so that I know to get the rest, and some vinyls. And then finally, I have all of my Rick Riordan, Jenny Han, and Jennifer Lynn Barnes books. I really loved how these bookshelves came out. Like, I feel like it just looks so much better. And because I was able to move the books around, I was then able to also take some of the books off of my shelves lining my walls and move them onto here. So now I feel like my entire room is a little bit cleaner, and soon I will have complete access to that side of my room, which you guys cannot currently see. There's a wall of stuffed animals right there. My mom is going to get another net to go along with my other 2 so I can fit all of my stuffed animals in there. That way my bench will be clear and I will have complete access to my bookshelves, which I've literally never had because I've always either had that laundry cart, stuffed animals, or just like other stuff in the way. Since I am reorganizing my bookshelf, I feel like that also includes the walls around it, so we have one more little side quest before I go in and I start logging all my books, and it is to hang up my Saja Boys poster. I love Keep Up Demon Hunter. My mom got me this for Easter and I actually like have space to hang it up now, so let's do that. This is so freaking tough and it matches my room so well. It looks smaller on camera than it actually is, I think. This is genuinely taking up a large portion of my wall. This is fantastic. Now that I have finished counting all the books, which I ended up having started with 470 books, with about 80 of them not being in my room because they're comics or they're books that like I just didn't want taking up space on my shelf. And I now have now after picking up the ones I'm going to donate, I have about 450 books with about 380, 90 of them in my room. Which I feel like this is a lot of books. Like, I feel like even though I have less books in here than I started with, I feel like it looks like more because of how I've organized it, which I really like. Now it is time to go through and log all of my books. So I found this website. It is called Library-thing, and it lets you scan all of your books in, and then it automatically like sorts and filters them all for you. And I really want to try that out so I don't have to like remember what books I have and which ones I don't, what series I've started. And I feel like it'd just be cool to like see like how many of what type of genre or like author I have. So I'm gonna try this app out. I will let you guys know how it goes. But for now, let's get scanning. This was my first time having ever used this like Library-thing app, and I will say I had such a fun time like scanning all my books in and logging everything because they make it so easy in this app. I'm honestly shocked I haven't heard of this before, but if you're looking for a way to like track your books or like log, not what you're reading, but the books you're reading, I would truly recommend it. This was my first time using it and I definitely will continue using it in the future. Hi guys, it's a couple days later and I'm officially completely done with everything, and oh my gosh, it just looks like so cute in here now. Here's the before and here's the after. I just feel like it looks so much better in here now, and even though I didn't get rid of that many books, I feel like it looks like just so much cleaner in here now and like so much more organized. Anyways though, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be on the lookout for more videos. Bye!